Hey guys, it's GhostCuber, and today I'm going to show you how I set up the Yushin Little Magic M Pyraminx. Now before I get started, I want to mention that this puzzle does not feel particularly good, and it's not particularly enjoyable to solve on. However, performance is incredible, especially at this price point. I'm currently switching between several puzzles, and this is one of them. Even if it's not as nice to use as some others, I still think it's a viable option even for top solvers. And Harsha Paladugu has switched to a little magic with my setup. So let's get into it. So the first thing we are going to do is remove a magnet from each tip. All you have to do is remove 2 of the caps from each tip. I'm going to remove all of them for now, just because we are also going to tension it. But if you put fingers on 2 of the magnets and twist it halfway, the magnet pops right out. So now I'm going to repeat this for the rest of the tips, and then we will continue. Alright, so the magnets are out of the tips, and now we are going to lube the core. I like to loosen all the screws at the beginning, but you can do this however you want. Okay, so the tips in this puzzle work kind of similarly to a 4x4 mechanism. As you can see here, there is a ring, and when you turn the tips, the screw stays stationary in this ring, which works fine, but it does create an additional contact point that we need to lubricate. So if you pull the screw slightly back when lifting it up, the threading will drag the ring up with it, and I find that the best way to remove them. So for this part, you can use just about anything you want. I use Mystic on Harsha's because he prefers faster tips, but I like slower ones, so I'm going to use just a little bit of weight 5 here. So I put some here, and just a thin line down the side. And then this can go back in, and I'm going to lubricate the spring and the screw as I would normally. But I also remove the washers from this puzzle just because it's fairly tight and inflexible, and removing the washers just gives the springs a little bit of extra room to move. So I lubricated the screw head and the base of the spring. And now this can go back in, and I'm going to repeat for the other sides. Now that this is done, we are going to tension the puzzle. And I use looser tensions on the Little Magic than other Pyraminxes, but still relatively tight compared to what a lot of people prefer. This seems about right. The screw is just maybe 2 or 3 millimeters below, flush with the top of the ring for reference. So other than that, I'm just going to put the tips back together and finish lubricating it. Okay, so now the body and the base of the tips just need lubricated. I put them back together before lubricating here because you have to turn them halfway, and it's just a lot easier when the magnets are held in place. But I'm going to start with the body just by putting a line of weight 5 here and some more in here on the torpedo. And I'm going to add a bit on each tip as well. So I like to break in the weight 5 on the body for a little bit and then add some Mystic on top. And I'm going to do something similar with the Mystic, just a little bit on center and a little bit on a torpedo. So that is about it. After I finish recording, I'll probably keep playing with the tensions a little bit to make sure they are even, but as you can see, this is a very simple setup, but it yields great results. So hopefully this was helpful. Thanks for watching. Bye.